Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, GPISD Stadium, home of the North Shore Mustangs. So I saw earlier the four team captains had Jarvon Coles, jersey number 10. They call him VZ. So a very special moment down there. Unfortunately, the young man was gunned down, I believe, at a social gathering sometime in the off season. So he was committed to Lamar University, full ride scholarship. He was a linebacker. Got a chance on numerous occasions to talk to the young man. On top of having a great mindset in life, a great GPA, and a head on his shoulders, unfortunately, is no longer with us. So this game and most likely the season for North Shore is going to be dedicated in VZ's honor. So we have Caleb Bailey. So Caleb Bailey wearing number 15. Last time he wore number 15 was his freshman year for the North Shore Mustangs. So when he was a freshman, that of course was his true freshman year, in which he took over the reins at the quarterback sometime during the season, and literally kind of rode off in the sunset as a freshman, as he has a state title as a QB1. So, of course, story on Bailey goes, sophomore year, a few games in against C. King, between the 10 and the 25-yard line, unfortunately, near the home side of the football field, Bailey tried to make a cut, and unfortunately, that turf caught his foot, and he blew out his knee. So he had a season-ending surgery his sophomore year. That's when David Almador took over the receiver turned quarterback. They actually were a few points away from making the state championship that year, which is pretty amazing without their true QB1. So last year, Bailey was for the most part about 100%, maybe towards the end of the season about 90%. They were runner-up last year. So here we go. So North Shore Mustangs versus South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. So we have the North Shore Mustangs in all red with that matte finish, phenomenal looking helmet. So we got that pristine, shiny, glossy silver Mustang emblem. So the kickoff artist is going to kick the ball off, and it's going to go to about the 2 or maybe 1 yard line. So the SOC return specialist going to get a bit of a spin move, and he is going to get down there maybe at about the 17-yard line. All right, so quarterback for the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. So we're going to try to see if we can get the name overall. So I believe it's Carter Kubecki, 6 foot, 185-pound, class of 2025. He's a senior. Shotgun formation. It actually looks like he goes wide to the near side of the football field. So wildcat formation, wide receiver turned quarterback, and he's going to keep it a little bit of forward progress, and he is going to get a small gain on that one. So a little trickery from the beginning. Head coach Jason Todd throws in the mix. Of course, this is 5A versus 6A D1. So pretty big change in pace and level of competition, but you got to love head coach Jason Todd, not afraid of a challenge whatsoever. So ball going to be at about the 25-yard line is the South Oak Cliff Bears. So trips flank to the far end of the football field. So handing the ball off, and the running back's going to get a few yards down the football field. So South Oak Cliff covered Reggie McNeil Jr. He's listed as a quarterback. He's a senior, class of 2025. So we're going to look to see if we see number 5 on the football field. We do see him. Looks like he's kind of in the slot. So Kubecki, shotgun formation, now ball at the 27, maybe 28-yard line. So Kubecki with 4 in motion. And Kubecki going to hand the ball off, so the workhorse running back is going to get a small gain, so that's going to bring up, we're going to see what yard situation that's going to be. So ball here at the 31-yard line, so top end of your screen. So Quebecki, the quarterback once again, Twins flanked on the top end of your screen, one receiver flanked on the bottom end of your screen. All right, so Quebecki, a little bit of movement here, so we're going to see what they're going to call overall. So we're going to see what it looks like it's going to be called on South Oak Cliff, and they're going to bring the ball back about 5 yards. It looks like the officiating staff is marching down. So we're going to see what's going on. Ball now at the 26-yard line, shotgun formation. Quebecki with one receiver flanked to the top, and Twins flanked on the bottom end of your screen. So Quebecki had the ball off, doing a good job, and trying to get the number down there. So Morris Taylor, Mo Taylor, that's number 21, the DB. So you know, been a while since I've been here at Galena Park ISD, so I went to away games only for North Shore last year, and then this year actually I ended up, or 2 years ago actually, I went to home and away. So here we go. So we're going to go shotgun formation, Quebecki, middle of the hash mark, and a quarterback keeper, and he got stuck pretty good. So we're going to see who the going to go 37 on North Shore. That is going to be Elijah Holland. So some new players here for North Shore. Of course, you have your stalwarts, Devin Sanchez, bottom end of your screen, the DB, you know, 30 to 40 offers. He's an Ohio State commit. And I believe it's Nigel Pringle, number 5, for Shadow Creek. So he has quite a number of offers as well. So looks like a punting situation here for South Oak Cliff. All right, so Caleb Bailey bringing back the throwback, what he wore his freshman year, number 15. Of course, he was 9 his sophomore and junior year. So here we go. So Caleb Bailey, he's a one-time state champion and a one-time runner-up. Of course, the sophomore year technically doesn't count in terms of runner-up performance since he was injured out for the season. So shotgun formation, Bailey. Oh, RPO, fakes out D-Hard, and he's going to get close to the first down, maybe about 6-7 yards. So Bailey showing the Jets. So it's we've been looking forward to seeing that type of play there for Bailey. So Bailey, of course, dual threat. I believe he has 9 offers on the table. Most of those offers, however, were pre-knee injury sophomore year. However, I believe UTEP threw themselves in the thick of things post-knee injury. So here we go. So Bailey with D-Hard flanked to his left. Twins flanked on the top and bottom end of your screen. Big Cameron Smith in motion near the far side of the football field. Bailey, ooh. Bailey, looks like that was Dion DeBlanc. Yeah, that was Dion DeBlanc, the 4-star. He had previously played for Aldine Eisenhower, believe freshman year. Tried to transfer over to North Shore. I believe it was the head coach, Aldine Eisenhower, did not want to sign over. So DeBlanc actually had to play sub-varsity his sophomore year. So imagine a 4-star on the sub-varsity ranks. So shotgun formation, Bailey with 2 running backs flanked to his left and right. And let's see. Ooh, that was Chris Thomas. So we didn't get a chance to call his name that often last year. So fourth and somewhat short situation. We got Bailey, who trying to bark out the signals, trying to draw the defense offside. So Bailey looking to his offensive coordinator and his offensive staff on the near side of the football field. So Bailey commanding his troops, talking it over, and he's going to saunter back, chalk formation. So Twins flanked on the top and bottom end of your screen, and it looks like, it appears, that the North Shore Mustangs got that first down. So we're going to see if it's a favorable spot or non-favorable spot, but regardless, they are going to call a first down. So first down of the season for North Shore. We're looking for North Shore to set off the firework display early on. So was at the Atascocita Lamar game last night. First play of the game was Cardi Mack lined up as a quarterback, 75-yard touchdown scamper as a QB keeper. So we're going to see if North Shore can kind of match shot for shot for their in-league rival. So RPO, ooh, play action. Ooh, so kind of a bit untouched is number 11. Number 11 is Jordan Atkinson, 6 foot, 220-pound, class of 2025. So the linebacker was the one that I was looking for. Heard a lot about him. I'm trying to see if I can pick his name on the roster. So yeah, Jamarion Phillips, number 7. He's 6'2", 225 pounds, class of 2025 senior. He's probably the stalwart on the defensive side of the football field. Trips flanked on the top. This is a track meet, ladies and gentlemen. North Shore always likes to spread it out. Twins flanked on the bottom end of your screen. Ooh, Bailey with the spin move. So he basically, and number 11, once again, with the contact, his helmet flops off. And I think the rule is he's got to sit out a play. So South Oak Cliff really impressed thus far, not backing down. So 5A versus 6A. So they are 2-time state champion 2 of the past 3 years. They narrowly lost to PNG last year. Somewhat controversial finish. I really believe that the referee was a little late on the flag side of things. So clock continues to run halfway through this first quarter. So here we go. So Bailey, shotgun formation. It looks like trips flanked on the bottom end of your screen. We're still looking for the Woodlands transfer to get in the thick of things. Ooh, Cam Smith, bottom end of your screen. That's Cambo. So Cameron Smith, nicknamed Cambo. So Cambo has some offers. He has Liberty, I believe, was the first offer that he got offered, and then he, believe he got, I think it was Marshall as well. So I was kind of expecting him to receive more offers in the offseason. Not sure that he went to as many camps this offseason as opposed to last offseason. So definitely put together individual. He's about 6'2", 6'3", and he's every bit of about 200 to 210 pounds. So here we go. So punting situation. So SOC, you know, playing chess versus checkers. That's a pretty big deal for them to avoid North Shore, you know, going down the field and putting up 6-7 points. So touchdown North Shore. We'll be back right after this. All right, so somewhat back in action. So once again, the punter, we're going to see if we can get the number there. So, you know, like I said, Galena Park ISD, one of the bigger press boxes, 3-level press box. Sometimes the numbers can be a little hard to point out from the side of things. So the punter for North Shore setting up shop at his own 35-yard line. So he's going to punt at about his own 40. High booming punt, and it's going to be fielded about the 10-yard line by 4, and there is a flag on the field, actually a second flag. So we're going to see exactly what that was. So generally speaking, if you can almost see by the velocity and trajectory at which the officiating staff throws that flag, sometimes they'll throw with a little bit of attitude, and that generally means sometimes special teams wise could be a clip. And they are going to call it on the offensive side of things, so on SOC. So SOC going to have to be buried back inside their own territory. So ball going to be placed at the, let's call it 7 3/4 yard line. Let's just call it like it is, 8-yard line. So near side hash, and this will be SOC's second opportunity to try to get some points on the scoreboard. So the problem with against PNG is they're generally speaking a second half team, which they credit to the coaching staff. They make a lot of adjustments, but they just weren't able to get points on the scoreboard early on. State championship game against PNG, they need to kind of get some points when you go North Shore trading shot for shot. So running back, so a lot of, like I said, I'm really impressed with the physicality that I'm seeing with SOC. Now the offensive line coach, Zach is his first name, so he goes by the handle on social media, Zach Knows OL. So great human being. Got a chance to chat with him when I first got to kind of the field house. So great story himself. I believe he got to play Division I at 2 separate schools, and he's been coaching ever since. So let's see, running back's going to go in between the 10 and 15-yard line. We're going to see where they're going to spot that. Under 3.5 minutes to go in this first and initial quarter. So fairly fast-moving quarter so far. North Shore usually gets up early and often, so we're going to see if North Shore is going to be able to try to put up some more points or just points in general. So the defensive standouts for North Shore, of course, CJ Ross, LSU commit, Devin Sanchez, Ohio State commit, and then we got Nigel Pringle with a ton of offers on the other side of the DB. So running back going to go get a little bit of room. He's going to get really close to that first down, but I believe North Shore held. So under 2.5 minutes to go, still first and opening quarter. Galena Park ISD. So gotta love the east side. A lot of the uniform combinations for North Shore, they reference east side. So you don't see last names on the back of the jerseys. You see east side, which means they represent the east side community. So I'd pretty much call them Houston's team. A lot of fans that aren't exactly tied to a high school. A lot of times it's kind of like east side versus everybody. So it looks like there is a timeout called. Timeout is actually going to be called on the North Shore Mustangs. So we'll be back right after this. All right, so getting ready to be back in action, 1:47 to go. We could have a scoreless first quarter. The prognosticators were not thinking that this would be a scoreless first quarter. But sometimes you'll see that in big rivalries, like they're kind of getting a feel for each other. Running back. Ooh, there is a flag. He does get brought back behind the line of scrimmage. And on top of that, there is a flag. So flag most likely is going to be on the offense, which means that they'll get brought back even further. But officiating staff is counseling as we speak. So a little bit of a huddling action going on between the 20 and 15 on the away side of things on the football field. Ooh, so they're actually going to call it. It looks like against North Shore, so actually it's going to be a first down for South Oak Cliff. So, you know, North Shore was pretty excited thinking they got the stop. It was all for naught. So Kubecki, the quarterback, shotgun formation with twins flanked on the bottom end of your screen, and you got a receiver flanked on the top end of your screen. Looks like a running back flanked to Kubecki's right. Far side hash, looks like they're getting ready to get it underway. Looks like play clock now, well, it's been stopped at 25, so they're kind of counseling over things. Okay, so they will resume the play clock. And ball going to be here at about the 22, 23 yard line. Kubecki, oh, big play there. That's going to be 18 Charles C.J. Ross, 6'2", 210-pound senior linebacker, class of 2025. So he got put on the map once he got that LSU offer, and of course he did follow suit with the verbal commitment, so he's LSU pledged. So C.J. Ross, like I said, one of the better linebackers probably to come out of North Shore in quite some time. I believe they had a guy by the name of Chison, I believe, or Chaison, that ended up playing for the LSU Tigers, came out of North Shore as well. So, and of course, they got Dylan Dixon and they had Jarvon Coles from last year. So they've had some pretty good linebackers overall. You kind of had Javen Anderson, kind of played a little bit of a hybrid between a linebacker and a safety. He's doing some great things at University of North Texas, go Mean Green. As well as the Swiss Army knife. Number 3, Evan Jackson, also doing pretty well for the Mean Green. So you see on a lot of college rosters, a lot of North Shore Mustangs. Kind of been the status quo since about 2003. You know, of course, maybe they had some before that, but that's really arguably one of the better teams North Shore has ever put together in school history. So Kubecki rolls out, and it looks like he's going to be brought down, and there is a flag.
Ball carried by number 12, Carter Kubecki.
So 14 seconds to go. So this coming up after they make this decision will probably be the last play of the first quarter coming up. Ooh, so that's a holding. So looks like ball going to be now placed back. So previously about the 23. Now it's going to be at their own 16-yard line. So 3rd and 16 situation. So you know, most likely a pass. They might incorporate some RPO, maybe a little bit of play action, but we're going to see exactly what they're going to call here. 3rd and 15 situation, ball on the 17-yard line with 14 seconds to go. Actually going to be 4th down. So the scoreboard was off by a down, so 4th down. And I don't know if SOC is aware that it's 4th down. Actually, they're just going to let it expire. And the first quarter is scoreless. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this.